Nara Lokesh sir for the chief guest address.
I was wondering why MP Garu spoke so short. So I believe he got 25 minutes of his dose this morning, so you're in safe hands. First off, I'd like to thank Hemant ji for having me here. It means a lot. I know this was on the books for about 2 months, and I was supposed to be here for the entire day session. But today is a completion of 2 years in government, so I had to be in Tirupati. That's where I seem to have lost my voice, addressing the crowd there. But thank you very much for organizing this here in Visakhapatnam, which I believe will be the India's first $1 trillion ecosystem. So what you see here is just the beginning, and the magic is happening out here. Thank you, Shekharji. You are the earlier believers of Amravati. When our Honorable Chief Minister in his third term invited you to Amravati, against all odds, you believed in us. Continue to invest in Amravati through thick and thin, and you believed in the spirit of the people of the 2 Telugu states. So I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for being here. The third person, who's the son of the soil, who's been my mentor, Srini Raju Garu. I didn't know he was that young. 66 is not any age anymore. I see my Chief Minister who's 76 and who's cycling 11 kilometers here on the roads of Visakhapatnam. But Srini Raju Garu has been an amazing strength for us. We've had a lot of tailwind in attracting investments because of Sri City. And for people who have not visited Sri City, I would request you to visit Sri City. Sheer magic is happening there. And we as a state have been supporting that initiative. So when his university, he did brief me, when I went there to break ground for career, he briefed me about his initiative. And I said, absolutely, we'll do it. So when the file came back to me, I was actually in Russia. And I cleared it within probably an hour and a half as soon as I got the file, because I believe this is the next step of educational reforms that we should lead from the front. So thank you very much, Srini Rajgaru, for leading from the front. My ask is still pending with you. The speed of doing business, the feedback that I wanted from you, I'm still waiting on you for that. So I look forward to hearing from you. We have 2 Bharats on the dais. One Bharat is the doctor who's Commissioner Higher Education. We've gone through our set of reforms where academics and administration has actually been split. We've taken that bold reform. So Bharat ji has joined my team as Commissioner Higher Education. He's going to champion all the conversations you've had here. And that's why he's been with you through all the sessions. He will take back the conversations. We're actually meeting on Monday, so he will definitely give me a download, and we look forward to implementing the asks that the sector has from us. Last but not least, our Member of Parliament, the other Bharat, he has the dubious distinction of winning this Parliament seat with the highest majority in Andhra Pradesh's history. Thanks for clapping. That means he has greater responsibility also to do. So that's why I think it brings me to Visakhapatnam a bit too much. So today I was telling our state party president that probably I need to take a month break from coming to Visakhapatnam, because I'm not giving my own constituency so much time as I'm giving Visakhapatnam. But Bharat, thank you for hosting such memorable events. I think dialogue is very critical. Dialogue between vice chancellors, founders, entrepreneurs, CEOs, academicians. The dialogue has always been missing. And all of you see government as actually a regulator, which I think is not the right way. I believe we merely should be guardrails. And we should help you to self-regulate, help you to define how you want to take the entire sector forward. So it's really exciting to be here because all of you are the shapers of young mind. You are going to create leaders from India who are going to lead Bharat towards Vikasit Bharat. So, for me, when I look at all of you, I'm really inspired that you've taken time out and come all the way to Visakhapatnam. Give us 3 more months, a new airport is launching. I understand you have to take at least 1 hop to get here. I promise you will have direct connectivity. We will not trouble you so much. The new airport is starting, I think, 3 months from now. If the Honorable Prime Minister agrees, 1 month from now. But our airport is ready. But, it's nice to see all of you here joining this conversation and really enabling Andhra Pradesh to learn a lot from your ideas and your thoughts. As Srini Raju Garu said, the world is changing at a pace that honestly all of us cannot really comprehend. But in the rapidly changing world, the greatest competitive advantage is not land, it's not resources, but honestly I believe it is talent. So that is why I'm particularly happy that we're actually having this conference here in Visakhapatnam. For all of you, Andhra Pradesh for decades has led the wave of the IT sector, and this had to do with the reforms that our Honorable Chief Minister did in his first and second term as the Chief Minister. That is why from across Silicon Valley to Singapore, from London to Dubai, you see a lot of professionals in the C-suites coming from the two Telugu-speaking states, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Honestly, our greatest export has not been our products, but it has been our talent, and we are actually quite proud of it. And if we want to build a prosperous future, we believe that our first responsibility should be in investing in the youth of Andhra Pradesh. Many people know me as the Minister for IT, Electronics, Real-Time Governance. I call that my India hat. But very few people actually know me for my HRD portfolio. I call that my Bharat hat. When our Chief Minister was deciding portfolio allocation, he particularly asked me what is the portfolio that you think would be apt. I said, give me education. And when this news broke out, a lot of people pushed back and said, please don't take education. They said it's very difficult, a lot of unions, a lot of allegations, question papers, marking. We're seeing a lot of controversies now. They said it's a tough portfolio. I said that is why I like it. Honestly, education is where we can inspire the next generation leaders. And that is why I chose the Bharat portfolio, the HRD portfolio. And I genuinely love children. So for me, they are pure form of love. Whenever I go to my schools, my government schools, the love and affection that they show and the honesty with which they speak is amazing. So that's one of the reasons. The second reason that gravitated me towards education. But for me, education and my role does not end by merely giving a graduating certificate. I believe that government and all of us here should play a role together in what I call lifelong learning. That is where we're going to launch a portal called Naipunyam. We're about 2 weeks away from it, where we're going to use conversational AI to do skill assessment, to understand, starting from an AC mechanic to a two-wheeler mechanic, all the way to a quantum engineer, to do a skill assessment and say, okay, these are the interventions that you might need to upgrade your skills. And actually use AI to do even skill mapping and do online and offline skill development classes. And this is something that we want to open it up for to start off Andhra and of course roll it out to Bharat. Because I believe that is missing as a nation. And that's something that I believe I will definitely deliver. Our goal is very simple. It's to create a seamless journey from education to employment, entrepreneurship and lifelong learning. The future belongs to states that can create talent at scale. And that's why skilling, as I said, sits at the fulcrum of it and our growth strategy. We honestly don't want to prepare youth for the jobs of yesterday. So that's when we had the Vice Chancellor's Conference of the state universities. This is exactly what our Chancellor, His Excellency the Governor of Andhra Pradesh, also stated, that we need to prepare the young minds for the next generation technologies, the next generation industries, ranging from AI, electronics, manufacturing, to data centers, to semiconductors, to critical minerals. There is so much of opportunities that the great state of Andhra Pradesh is offering, and we need to prepare the youth for it. And this is where I believe education and economic development become inseparable. So this is the Fevicol, if I may. Universities today are no longer just places of learning. They are talent nurturing institutions, research engines, innovations hub, and entrepreneurship launchpads. The most successful institutions all over India are ones that I believe do the following three things exceptionally well. One is, of course, to create talent. Second is to create knowledge. Third, and which I think is very important for Viksit Bharat, is to create entrepreneurs. Andhra Pradesh wants to partner with institutions who can do all these three things. Our vision is not merely to produce graduates, but our vision is to build research-led, innovation-driven institution that can compete with the best in the world. AI will not replace universities, but AI has to be embraced by all of us. Every industrial revolution has always created more jobs than it has replaced. And I believe so will AI. But it will create those jobs in countries, in geographies that are ready to embrace. So that's the challenge in front of all of us. And Andhra Pradesh, as Sangeeta Reddy garu just stated, wants to become a laboratory for AI-enabled learning, AI-enabled research, AI-enabled governance, and AI-enabled innovation. That is where we believe that data centers play a very critical role. That is where I believe that cable landing stations play a very important role. Your wealth is no longer measured in the amount of oil you have. It is measured in terms of the amount of compute capacity that the nation has. And that is where we believe Andhra Pradesh should show the way to Bharat. When entrepreneurs choose where to go, where to make investments, beyond the incentives that the state offers, they look at where talent is. Where there is talent that is willing to adapt to changes. And that is what we want to make ourselves different compared to other states in India. A lot of people ask me, why should they come to Andhra Pradesh? And please allow me to give you three distinct reasons. One is speed of doing business. We don't mean it, we deliver on it. Please allow me to give you a few statistics here. Google is making India's single largest FDI investment here in the great state of Andhra Pradesh. From shake hand to shovel took us 13 months. So we changed policy for them at the national level, at the state level. 13 months flat, we got it done. The second project is one of India's largest greenfield green steel plant by ArcelorMittal. It's coming south of Visakhapatnam. It's a ArcelorMittal Nippon steel plant. From shake hand, it's actually not shake hand. It's even more simple. It was with a Zoom call. I convinced Aditya on a Zoom call. To shovel took us about 17 months. And honestly, we were ready. Ministry of Environment took a little bit longer than anticipated. But Zoom to shovel, we did it in 17 months. And recently, if you've been following the news, India is now going about building its indigenous fighter jet, 5th generation fighter jet. It's going to be a stealth fighter jet. From shake hand to breaking ground, 36 days. 600 acres handed over. Our Raksha Mantri, Rajnath Singh ji, was here and he broke ground. So we truly mean on delivering the speed of doing business. Second is our credibility. One thing that other states don't have, we have is brand CBN. This is his fourth term. This is fourth term as Chief Minister. All of you have seen what he's done with Andhra Pradesh. Erstwhile Andhra Pradesh. And what he's done with Hyderabad. I keep telling him he's a very lucky person and he keeps saying, why? Because I have challenges. I said, no. You're getting to redefine your legacy all over again. If we were a combined state, had Hyderabad, people would only be talking about Hyderabad. But today you're being given an opportunity to redefine your legacy all over again. And that is the credibility that we have. And a brand that's built on governance, brand that has delivered policy that stood the test of time and politics. And that is something that we have, and I'm sure Senior Rajagar will vouch for that brand. And third is, of course, many states in India have double engine sarkars now. All of you have heard this popular term. But Andhra Pradesh has what I call the double engine bullet train sarkar. For my friends coming in from other states, Namo means Narendra Modi ji for you. But for Andhras, Namo means Naidu ji and Modi ji ka jodi. So we are reforming. Naidu ji has a dubious distinction of bringing reforms for the nation. He's done it in the past. Open sky policy, telecom deregulation, PPP in airports, he's done this. He's doing it all over again. The entire permanent establishment changes around data center, the tax holiday for data center was his brainchild. He led it from the front. It could be even ArcelorMittal changes for them. He's working with Government of India to bring in a regulatory framework, a policy framework that is good for the nation, but definitely gives Andhra Pradesh a head start. So once we shake hands today, it's no longer your project, it becomes our project. And rest assured, you will get a WhatsApp message from me probably either Saturday evening or Sunday morning, depending on which part of the world I am in, where I will update on your project. And that's the speed of the double-engine bullet train Sarkar. That is the passion with which we are now working. And I believe this alignment gives Andhra Pradesh a very unique opportunity that no other state in India actually has. If you have also noticed, 25% of investments in India are coming to the great state of Andhra Pradesh. And this is coming across sectors. Ranging from glass manufacturing to drones, to cement, to steel, to automotive, to two-wheelers. Recently, you would have followed Royal Enfield has also announced their plant here. To various other investments in compressed biogas, underground. This cluster is where all the verticals that go into the manufacturing of that ecosystem will come in. So let's take your mobile phone as an example. The camera lens manufacturer to the housing, the casing, the screen, the lithium-ion battery, including the person who makes all the accessories for the mobile phone is what I call the verticals. And they'll all come into a cluster. Horizontal is where my ministry plays a larger role, HRD. All of us together play a role, where we have to work on skilling up, bringing in the right institutions, right academic excellence that can ensure we can create world-class talent. And that is where we are building 22 world-class clusters. In fact, I just returned from a trip to Russia, and Rosatom, which is a company it's a Russian government company, and they actually have an institute just for rare earth minerals. They do exceptional research on it. And for all of you who've been following the news, north of Visakhapatnam is where we have opportunity, and they're opening up beach sand mining to harness the rare earth minerals. But for us, it's not just about the mineral wealth. It's not just about exporting the monazite or the titanium raw material. I want to capture the entire value ecosystem in Srikakulam where we're actually going to mine this. What does that mean? I have to create a cluster. That means I need to bring all the companies that are required from mining all the way up to value addition. Borderline, taking monazite all the way in. If I have to do that, I need a foremost institution to come, guide us, advise us, and then actually them coming and setting up a facility, a research institution here. So I did give an offer to the Vice Chancellor of Andhra University here. He has work to do with this institution. And with APMDC, Andhra University, we want to do the tie-up because I believe they're in the right place to build that ecosystem. So this is the way we are actually bringing education and economic progress together. And that's how I believe we go hand in hand. And this is what will make Andhra Pradesh unique compared to other states. And this is something I believe we should learn from success stories from different parts of the world. So I welcome all of you to be part of this growth story, this journey. I'll be more than happy to share our insights, our cluster-based approach that we are doing. We need more and more input from you. We as a government believe we are merely guardrails. We don't want to stifle innovation. We don't want to stifle research. In fact, we believe we should encourage. We should stand shoulder and shoulder together and enable you to serve Bharat better. So today's conference, I believe, is the first step in that direction. I believe we have to do lot more together. And please do share your feedback with us. We are a very transparent government. We love feedback because we believe that it's an area for improvement. I keep telling my children wherever I go, all my students, I say, don't get scared about failure. Don't be afraid of it. Fail is first attempt in learning. That's the way I look at it. Because when I contested as an MLA, I lost the first time. So I contested from a seat that my party didn't win for 40 years. I think we only won it once since inception. I chose it, I lost it. It was a failure. But I didn't run away from it. I said I learned something. I stayed at it, we stuck at it. I won it with the third highest majority ever in the history of Andhra Pradesh. So we are open to ideas. We are open to feedback. We want to be part of your growth story. we have a great institution called Manasas. This is by the Gajpati Raju's estate. Ashok Gajpati Rajagaru is currently the governor of Goa. And for people who know him, he's the most humble, docile person. He's an ex-minister of civil aviation. And his institution has a mandate that whatever land they have, they'll only give to promote education. And he's a very hard-nosed, stubborn human being. He's a very difficult person to work with, and I'll tell you why. So we worked on a project with GMR to build an aviation university here, and we launched it, we're starting work soon. And there's this whole debate within the government that, no, we have to give it in so much price and so much this. He said, no, as a chairman of Mansa Trust, I have hereby decided at 99 paise, I will give the land because education is our single priority. I mean, you have people in the private sector who are so pure, who want to promote education. That is a great state of Andhra Pradesh. So we look forward to interacting with all of you. I look forward to taking feedback and transforming the entire education system. And Srini Rajagar, you were requesting some changes and that you had some work with Bharat. Please do share the note with me. As I said, it's a double-engine bullet train Sarkar. So we will also positively work. We'll use the good offices of our Chief Minister and move the needle in reforms. Because that is one thing that the Honorable Prime Minister has also shared with us. He's looking forward to states that can lead his mandate from the front and not always go and ask for more resources, but actually states that are willing to reform, transform themselves, and actually create more resources for themselves on their own. So I look forward to hearing from you. So the second task, if I may, has already been given to you. So please do share your feedback, and we would love to take it and lead it from the front. So thank you very much. Thank you for being with me, with us. Sorry for coming late. Sorry for not being able to spend an entire day with you. But please invite me next time you have another conference, whichever part of the country it is. I'll definitely come. I look forward to spending more time visiting these sessions because we also need time off and actually visit such sessions. I think it opens for both Bharatji and I, it'll open up our minds and ideas. And there's so much of this idea factories in front of us. So we need to harness all these ideas. Thank you very much and Jai Hind.